On an early autumn morning, little Bong stood before the worn bamboo gate of Grandpa Tom's garden. In her tiny paws, she held a basket, incense sticks, and a packet of pumpkin seeds. The breeze carried the scent of damp earth, the scent of long ago. The gate creaked open. Before her stretched a garden buried in fallen leaves. The wooden house at the end stood silent, its door shut tight. 3 months had passed since Grandpa left. Everything remained. Only Grandpa was gone. Bong sat down on the wooden steps. Her small paws traced the carving Grandpa had made years ago. Grandpa Tom's Garden, 1965. Her tears fell into the grooves, darkening the wood. She whispered his name, softly, just once. On the post beside the steps hung Grandpa's old straw hat. Bong reached up, took it down, and pressed it to her chest. The brim still bore the shape of his paws, rough, warm, exactly as she remembered. She put on the hat and stepped down to the wilted pumpkin patch. She began pulling weeds, one handful at a time. Sweat dripped onto the soil, mixed with her tears. Her small paws, used to writing, turned red against the thorny grass. A breeze stirred, and suddenly Bong remembered. Grandpa once took her tiny paw and placed a dry seed inside it. Every seed has a heart, little one. If you trust it, it will grow. His voice still echoed through the garden. She carried a bucket and walked to the old guava tree at the garden center. Grandpa had planted it the year she was born. Now it stood taller than him. She watered it carefully, gourd by gourd, and the leaves rustled, as if nodding back to her. Near the trunk, Bong found his small wooden table. His reading glasses still rested on a worn book, as if waiting for someone to come back and read on. She picked up the book and held it tightly to her heart. She remembered afternoons with Grandpa in his glasses, reading her old folk tales beneath the guava tree. His voice was warm and slow, his eyes smiling behind the lenses. She used to fall asleep on his lap, listening to his steady heartbeat. A light rain began to fall. Bong did not run for shelter. She kept raking leaves, turning soil, fixing the leaning pumpkin trellis. Each raindrop sank into the dry earth, as if Grandpa was teaching her. However hard, finish what you start. The next morning, Bong went out early. Across the soil she had turned, tiny green shoots were peeping through. She knelt down and pressed her cheek to the earth. For the first time in 3 months, a small smile rose to her lips. She lit a stick of incense at the small altar in the middle of the garden. The smoke curled gently in the wind. Holding the straw hat close, she whispered, "Rest easy, Grandpa. I'll bring this garden back, just like it used to be." Golden afternoon light spread across the guava grove.